the pit, hashtag prison talk, hashtag in and out. Y'all know I love doing these interviews, man. You know, I keep the realest on there. You know, I give it to you real, so it's only right I bring the real. And you know, only the realest mess with me, as y'all can see. Dudes that done did their time, got they been through their struggles, and you know, learn from their struggles, did the things they necessary to put themselves in a position for a better life or for a better situation to happen for them. You know, learn from situations. So I got my man Level Up right here, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Tell you how much time he did, and we're gonna go from there. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, yo, big shouts out to you for having me on here. First and foremost, man, 716 stand up. Hey, yo, they
Always.
call me Mr. Level Up, man. I'm Ray Cottrell out of Buffalo. Everybody in the town know me as Chubby Ray. Man, I've been doing bids like, with real street talk, real prison talk. I've been doing prison bids since like 87. You know what I mean? Back in 87, first time I caught my little first sting, son, I was jive into the pilt wheels and this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? So I had caught my first bid, you know what I mean, down there with my mans and them, and it started from there. You know what I mean? So in 87 is when it first started for me. You know what I mean?
How much time they gave you?
Well, in 87, I was still kind of young. So I dealt with that, the programs that they don't offer no more was that first time, last time type program situation. So they had hit me with the restitution shit like that. But it gave me that felony. And that felony on your report card was like, you know what I mean? Your next one, they gonna stick it to you type shit. So that's how that one went. So I had caught the restitution with the 5 years probation. And me or my family not really knowing, the law or anything of that nature, we accepted that. And them 5 years probation is what handed me everything else that started happening to me. You know what I mean?
Okay. So what about the second charge you caught? What was that for?
The second gun charge I caught, it was a instance, back home in Buffalo, New York, turf war type shit going on, niggas getting shot at, niggas getting robbed and beat up, all type of shit was going on. And incident had took place back home, Buffalo. And I had some gun on me, going to actually try to find and locate the individuals that did whatever they did in our hood to whoever they did it to. And I got caught with the gun, you know what I mean, in traffic. You know what I mean? I had some other niggas with me, but I stood up, took my pistol, like, yo, it's my heat. They let them niggas go, took me to jail. So I went to jail on that first joint was for the 3 years, right? So I caught the 3 year, the bid with that one. Now, I didn't get the 3 years just yet because I was out on bail fighting the case and this, that, and the third. So while I was out on bail, I got caught up in a little altercation where a little gunplay had took place and my name was brought up, whatever the case may be, the police was looking for me. So as all that's going on, I'm still fighting my case on the pistol charge. So make a long story short, I take the plea on the pistol charge to the feds because it was my second felony. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right.
So I take the shit with the feds. The plea I had to take with them was 33 months on the first gun joint. You know what I'm saying? On the gun joint. Because I had already had some prior small shit with the state. You know what I'm saying? Because I was riding in a car with a nigga. The nigga threw the pistol over the passenger side window. And threw the gun out. Okay, so
I know you was like, I know you was like, nigga, why you ain't throw it out your window?
Exactly. But the police, all they see is the gun come out the passenger side window. So of course they nail a nigga with that too. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's how I ran. That's how I bump into the feds with the criminal possession of a weapon by a convicted felon. You know what I mean? So I took the plea.
You took the plea for that. What now? There was another bid after that?
Okay, yeah, exactly. It merged into that one. So I never got a chance to get out because of the other pistol case that the dude threw the gun out for. I had to cop to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't take his shit or nothing. I had already had the record with the felony, so automatically the courts gave that shit to me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And that's how it fell in line. Like what a lot of cats don't know about the criminal system is that if you and another individual get caught with drugs, let's just use drugs as an example. You get caught with drugs. I don't have a criminal record, but you have a criminal record already for drugs. But in this particular instance, the drugs wasn't yours. If the person who drugs it doesn't speak up, the person who has a criminal history background for that particular thing, they're gonna get that.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? The courts they're gonna give you that right off the rip. They're gonna give you that shit. You're gonna have to fight it. Unless the person whose it was really stand up and say, yo, that was mine. You know what I mean? If they don't, you got to deal with that. So in the midst of me doing that, I had to take a plea to the state charge for the pistol as well with his situation. You know what I mean? Okay. Because I was already doing time, and I knew that being with time with this, that everything was going to run concurrent. You know what I mean? So I'm doing.
Yes. So snatch that.
Exactly. So that's why I just said, yo, let me take the plea. Now check it. This is where the shit got crazy at with the system. When I got done doing my my state bid, I did my state bid in Wyoming State. I went through Elmira reception.
Wait, level up. Hold on real quick. We're gonna go through the bids, like the time frames first. What was the bid that you did the most? Did you do a long stretch at one time?
Nah, this exactly, and it's because of these two cases right here that I'm about to give you. You know what I mean?
All right, finish going.
This was the longest stretch. That's how I had to get these people 7, the first stretch. You know what I mean? And then they started being broke up. You know what I mean? So with these 2 pistol cases on me, one for the state, one for the feds. When I got done with the state case in Wyoming State, the day I was at the door to go home, the feds was there to pick me up.
God damn.
So I immediately went in federal custody for the other hammer.
So how that felt though? When you thought you was about to get out and they came and snatched you, how did you feel?
Man, I thought life just ended for me again. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck type shit? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Didn't know. So I wasn't able to contact no family, no nothing like that. You know what I mean? And I went and did my Fed bid. You feel me? So I got out and got done with the Fed bid. Shit. Once I got done doing the Fed bid, I came home. And that time I came home to Buffalo. So I stayed in a halfway house on Glenwood, did everything I needed to do, got me a job with the FEMA release. You know, just started changing my life around. You know what I mean? Be more constructive and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So I did all that. A few years go by. Paper started getting low. You know what I mean? Workforce wasn't really hiring cats that had them F's on their record like that. You know what I mean? So shit, I went streetway. You know what I mean? And in the midst of doing the streetway, I kept my nose clean. I changed my product of sale. You know, I no longer sold the cocaine and stuff of that nature. I changed it over to the pills. I started selling a bunch of pills, hydrocortisones, oxycontins, all that old type of stuff. And that era right there took me from 98 all the way up now. You feel me?
Okay.
So back when cats was still selling cocaine, I was the only young kid selling the pills.
Oh, so you must have found a mean market for that, because you know even back then that market had to be a line that you had to tap into.
Well, it was a line. Well, actually, I stumbled across it on some old good riddance type shit because back then I used to hang around a bunch of dudes that was selling work. You know what I mean? It's what we did. Everybody hustled, which is clear. You know what I mean? Now, I happened to go on the street over from where everybody else was hustling at. And just so happened that street was full of people that utilized the pills, but they also utilized coke, crack, or whatever they wanted. Okay, so I was trading them crack for their pills, and then in return, I was selling the pills to the pill fiends that was coming on the block. But I was getting more money with the pills, so I just handed over the crack shit. Like, yo, I'm good on this. This is where I'm getting my bread. You know what I mean? And the clientele changed. You know what I mean? See, when I got into the game of the pills, it wasn't to monopolize on the community. It was to monopolize on the income and the fact that I wasn't killing my own people because my customers weren't black.
Okay.
So it was still bad that I was selling drugs, but it felt good to me that I wasn't killing my people in the hood with the shit.
No, that's understandable.
Because all my people was coming out the hood, they were white people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So and that happened. With that going on, we start capitalizing on the market in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Everybody that know me know the pill game. They know, you know what I mean? And they're going to validate this shit like, yo, that nigga did start this shit. So we start mixing and mingling with other hustlers, putting them in the game, with the pill game. Everybody getting pills from all over the place. Boom. Somebody gets caught. Okay? Now, when somebody get caught for this, all hell breaks loose immediately. Names start going out on the radar. A lot of this start happening. You know what I mean, bro?
Like most time how niggas do.
Nah, I think in this instance it was a little bit more radical. You feel me? A little bit more aggressive.
It was more aggressive. They was supersized. They was Master Splinter for real. They done drunk the ooze. They done drunk the ooze.
They was telling everything in this situation here to save themselves. You know what I mean? Not knowing that if they would have just shut the fuck up, the police wouldn't have had nothing. See, the only time police get information on people to lock them up is when somebody give it to them.
But they love giving it to them, though.
And that's the sad thing about the justice system is that the majority of the people is so blinded by just being in the police presence that they don't know. The police don't know shit till you start talking.
Yeah, definitely. That's a fact.
They don't know. And in my situation, that's what saved me the most. If I would have went in there acting like I was, but it come from experience with being incarcerated and dealing with the law as well. If I went, when the feds picked me up, and asked me the questions that they asked, if I would have told them certain information that they was asking me, I would have got a lot of people in trouble, bro. You know what I mean? Some people never even got indicted, picked up, or anything of that nature. Don't even know they didn't even have nothing to do with the case. But I had 26 people say my name.
Man, say my name. Beyonce, huh? They the whole Destiny Child. Say my name.
Exactly. And they weren't co-defendants. They were what you call related cases. So an individual can say something about you in their case, and they will relate that case to yours as y'all got something going on. I went to jail by myself, bro.
Wait. So hold on. You telling me, because let the people understand this. I know this, but the people need to know that they can be third and fourth cousins. So that's basically all it is. They third and fourth cousins. They become cousins with a cousin.
Exactly. So in the justice system, what a lot of people don't know is that they can say something about an individual in their case. And if that individual has a case, they'll make it a related case because you done said something about this individual and this individual don't even know you spoke about him. And that's how my situation unfolded for me. You feel me? So I went and did my time. So
how much time you get for that?
I got another 3 years out of that because I kept my mouth shut. You feel me?
Okay.
See, with the feds is like this, and a lot of people don't understand law. So I'm glad that you got these podcasts going in which individuals can give people some of the experiences in which they experienced. With the feds, in the event that you don't get in trouble in a certain amount of time, for instance, when I first caught my Fed case, it was way back in 91. August 26th of 1991, I caught my first Fed case for a banger. Okay? Now, in the event that an individual
Hold on, you got the first Fed case for a bank. Explain that situation. What happened?
That was the situation where I told you some individuals came in our neighborhood, did some shooting, and I went looking for their motherfucking asses. And I got caught with my gun with a couple friends of mine, and I took my beef like I'm supposed to do. Yo, it's my gun. It wasn't theirs. So when we got to court that morning, they let them go. And I had to handle the shit, handle my business. That's how I caught my first Fed case. You know what I mean?
Oh, facts.
And that's how that all panned out. You know what I'm saying? But even then, when I got to the feds then, Buffalo cats wasn't rocking with each other back then. You know what I mean? It was so isolated. When I started going to jail, it was so isolated with the mass majority of Buffalo cats inside the prison. It was unbelievable. Niggas didn't even fuck with each other. They still was on some street shit. When you in jail, you got to live in here together. So it was different. You know what I mean? It was real different.
So not to derail you or anything like that. All right, let's go to this. Let's go to this induction to the environment of prison, to this world inside the world. When you first went to prison, the first time you went inside upstate. Yo, what was your thoughts when you first when you first went to prison? Like, do you remember what you felt like when you first entered to this correctional system?
Hey, to keep it 100 with you, man, when I first went and I first walked in, like the bus ride, like when they put the shackles and shit on me over there at 40 Delaware, and then they threw us all on the bus and we was on our way up to the L, you know what I mean? You know, my thoughts and shit was like really vague because I'm thinking it's all the same as a youngster, you know what I mean? But when we got in the motherfucking Elmira reception and I seen those motherfucking walk-in reception, that big ass shit looked crazy. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I was scared, son. You know what I mean? I was scared because I really didn't know what to expect. I really didn't know what was what or who was who. Or, you know what I mean? I just knew a couple little war stories, you know, cats getting stabbed, cut, this, that, and the third. I never been to the big house at that time. So a little fear come through me because you don't really know what's what, you know what I mean? So, and I was young boy too. I just turned 16, you know what I mean? Fresh out South Park High School, son. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I ain't no, so I was a little scared, man. There was a little fear there until I actually walked through the reception. When I walked through reception and I heard all the love that I had in there, everybody calling my name, yo, the Chubby Ray, yo, Chub, boo, boo, boo. It relaxed me a little bit. Like, yo, okay, I'm not home, but I'm home. People know me. I'm good. You know what I mean? And then it all started from there, son.
So after reception, while you was in reception, right? Did you you see anything or did you experience anything that had you like, damn, I'm really gonna have to do this. Like this about to be some time I'm gonna have to do. Like this is real. Or was it until you got to your first spot that you actually seen what prison was about to unravel?
Well, at that time going in, to keep it a buck with you, I was still a young boy. So, you know what I mean? My knuckle game was up to par. Shit, I'm out of Buffalo. My hand game, Buffalo niggas can fight, bro. We beat your motherfucking ass. You feel me?
Come on.
So I was good in that department. You know what I mean? Like I said, it was just more of a fear of me not knowing what was you know expected or what was ahead. You know what I mean? That was pretty much it. You know what I mean? Going through it. But when I got to my first spot, they sent me to Wyoming, right next door to Attica. They sent me to Wyoming, and it was still all like a game to me, like for real. Because I was a little short diesel nigga. You know, I'm ready to rumble whoever, bang you, whatever. And I was still around a mass majority of cats from Buffalo that I grew up with. You know what I mean? Like the Tyshawn Hills, Edward McLeods, you know what I mean? The guys, you know what I mean? Mike Ross, you know what I mean? I was around some solid niggas from the town that was already notified for putting in work and shit. You feel me? So I was good through the first joint. You know what I mean? It's just like the older you get and you doing time, the harder it get for you. You know what I mean? When you young, it don't really click in. I'm getting visits, you know what I mean? Little packages coming through the mail. You know what I mean? You know how we was playing. You feel me? So playing the visiting room, you know what I mean? Shit like so you know.
While you was in Wyoming, right? Because Wyoming, I know when I went to Wyoming was wild, but it made the time pass. Like something always happened there. So while your time in Wyoming, what's something that you seen that you was like, you know what I mean? When you seen it or experienced it, and you said to yourself, because I know when I was in Wyoming, I seen, you know, I would see dudes on the walkway get shot during a blizzard, like because they call programs no matter what. So, you know what I mean? That on that walkway, you know it's a mile to walk. What's something that you seen on that walkway, on that mile there and that mile back?
Hey, listen, son. You know, fuck what I seen. I was a part of a lot of shit on that walkway, done. You feel me? Listen, man. I done seen white boys get blue for commissary. I remember one time, son, in Wyoming on that walkway you talking about, but I'm gonna take you the other walkway. When you come out the mess hall and you going towards the gym, that's over to your left from the mess hall. You know, I was in C dorm. You know what I mean? Up top. I was in C dorm. They moved me from KK in the back, pulled me up front. I'm in C dorm. But you mind me, at that time, I was on my dean because I was, you know, I'm 5%, you know, in Prince Jihad Allah, man. Peace to the gods. You know what I mean? So I was deaning at that time real hard. But we had an altercation with the it was the Bloods. We had an altercation with the Blood gang. You know what I mean? And walking down that walk right there, it was like a do or die situation. You know what I mean? And you know, shit got fucked up. Niggas got bloody. Niggas got transferred. Whole lot of shit popped off.
Wait. You got to tell me about it. How did the situation? You got to unravel that situation.
Well, the most part was this. You know, I mean, I don't, you know, shit was old as fuck. So my man Shaza, we in the mess hall, and my man Shaza has an altercation with another individual, but this nigga is in the blood gang. I don't know this at the time because I don't give a fuck really, but I don't know that there's a blood gang, a whole fucking gang of people. I just know what we doing. And in the process of them trying to talk it out in the mess hall, some hot dog buns and shit got passed. You feel me? Because we was having hot dogs this particular day. Niggas passed the hot dog buns with them guns in it. You feel me?
Oh, they put the hammers in the hot dog buns?
They put the hammer in the hot dog bun and slid it to the nigga who had the problem with my people.
Raw dog it. Come on, man.
But Shaza, he peeped it. He peeped it himself and was like, yo, son, listen, we about to blow all you niggas' asses out. And then shit, it was on from there. Niggas, razors was coming out. Bangers was coming out. We tore the mess hall up. We tore the whole motherfucking catwalk up all the way to the gym. Man, they put us all in the gym. It was crazy. They put as many of us in the gym as they possibly can, stripped us butt naked, searched us, threatened us to tell who did what, threatened us with transfers, all type of shit. You know what I mean? So, you know, that was just one little altercation. I got caught a couple stabs, you know, cut wounds, shit like that, but nothing, you know what I mean, that was detrimental. It was just a regular old day in jail. You know what I mean?
When you caught your first, when you said you caught a couple stab wounds, couple cuttings that you caught yourself, what did that feel like? Well, the first time somebody put a razor to you or
you don't feel it. You don't feel it, son. You know, your adrenaline be at its highest because you fighting for survival right now. You feel me? It's a different type of fight. It ain't no Genesee and Bissell fight. You know what I mean? You in the cage right now. You can't go home after this. You gotta stand the fuck up, nigga. So when you get cut in intense shit like that, you don't feel it, bro. You don't feel it at all because you got clothes on. Ain't like no straight skin to razor cuts. They come through your clothes. You feel me? So when a person hits you, you would think you being punched, but you being hit with that gun. You feel me? But so you don't really feel it. You would just feel the impact from the punch, not knowing that you've been stuck with something. So I didn't feel it.
Oh, okay. All right. And yo, the first time, you know what I'm saying, I always ask dudes this to see, the first time that you was forced to cut or stab somebody, you know what I'm saying, and put in that predicament, was you scared?
Nah, my first time cutting me a motherfucker, truthfully for me, like in the heat of the war, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. But for me to initially just have to hit a nigga, nah, I've done that myself off the rip, like, cause, you know, if I give you something out my locker, I don't give a fuck if it's a bag of chips, nigga. Respectably, give me my shit back. I'm not asking for no double up, no 1.5, nothing. Just want my motherfucking noodles and sausages back that I gave you to eat, nigga.
Respectfully.
Respectfully, that's it. And we can continue the friendship. But I had a situation. Nigga didn't give me back what he was supposed to give me back. He gave me back what he felt he deserved me to have.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I said, okay, cool. At this time, I used to do gymnastics. So I had broke my ankle doing backflips while I was incarcerated. Okay. And dude felt like he was gonna rough me off because I was on the cast or something. You know what I mean?
Oh, he's trying to take advantage of you. He thought he had one.
He thought he had one. You know what I mean? Kid was out of Jersey. He was out of Jersey. So I one-footed my ass to my cell, put my little lock in my celly lock and 2 socks right off my motherfucking joint, grabbed my banger, you know what I mean? Because at that time, my celly was a kid named Marley Marr from Buffalo, GYC, Marley Marr, tall cat. You know what I mean? Good dude. We was in a Schuylkill at the time. You know what I mean? So dude ain't want to give me what I gave him. He just gave me back what he felt I owed. You know what he felt he owed me. So I hobbled my ass right back over to the table where they was playing spades at. I clucked the nigga in the head with the lock. You know what I mean? And I jumped on him with the banger. Shit. Gave him my best rendition of "fuck you too, nigga." You know what I mean?
Best rendition.
My best rendition of "fuck you too, nigga." So, you know, it wasn't the fact that I wanted to go through my prison bid, you know, fighting niggas and the rah-rah, because, you know, I come fresh out of high school. I was still trying to educate my mind more so than anything. Take whatever college courses I can take. You know what I mean? Be productive as possible. Because when I first got to the jail, I was a tutor. I was helping niggas get GEDs and everything, son.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't like I just wasted my time in the prison system as just being an inmate. You know what I mean? That's why I'm able today to stand today and just say, man, you know, I've been took inmate away from my name. I've been took felon away from my name, just with my accolades and who I am today. You know what I mean? I've been stripped pride away from my name. I've been stripped image away from my name. I've been stripped character away from my name. I am who I am. It doesn't change. If you're official, you don't need to be tapped on your back and say, yo, that's a real nigga. Every time. You don't need that.
Right. Absolutely right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, when I first heard about you and putting out, you know, the penitentiary stories and the real what happened about, you know, the justice system, some of the shit that people go through in jail, you know, that's why I'm always encouraging cats to write your family. Go visit your family. Prison is a living cemetery, bro. It's a living cemetery. You know what I mean? And people is dying in that motherfucker every day, B. You know what I mean? Involuntarily. You know what I mean? I done seen niggas in the shower voluntarily. I done seen niggas get that shit took from them too, involuntarily. You know what I mean?
So hold on. So you've seen a man take away another man's manhood.
Hell yeah, by far. Hell fuck yeah. Hell fuck
How
yeah.
does that now, you know, just for the viewers so they understand, because you know, I try to explain to them in that world, it's a predator and prey world. And some of the things that men put themselves in situations is you gotta have the heart to stand for yourself. You're only gonna be taken advantage of if you allow. It's not like, you know what I'm saying, I feel like any man has been taken, he's been taken because he was afraid to stand up. So in situations of this matter, just to keep other young men from putting themselves in this situation that believe they got the heart, but they don't. Explain how that unravel, how you seen that happen.
Well, first and foremost, man, you know, we got an epidemic in the world, you know, and it's shadowed around this sagging of the pants situation. And that, quote unquote, more likely is an epidemic that's plaguing the world right now. A lot of people think it's trendy, which it is. A lot of people think it's swag and style. Me personally, I don't agree. I've been in institutions where I've seen men, you know, get beat up, took for their manhood. And I've been in a situation where I've seen men willingly giving their manhood away or taking someone else's. In a situation where a guy, actually the guy, keep it 100, Buffalo guy. Yeah, Buffalo guy.
He said Buffalo.
Yeah, man. Don't get it fucked up, tangled up, twisted. It's more manly homo niggas running around our city. Know what I mean?
Yeah,
then you can possibly imagine. Because when you go to prison, it's a whole nother world. It's a world that a lot of these women don't even know about, son. So they thinking that these niggas is official niggas and these niggas is motherfucking rump rangers. You feel me?
They not at all. They come pink Power Ranger for real. They
trying to
come.
So at a time when I was in Schuylkill Hill, it was a kid out of Buffalo that was in a rumble with me. You know what I mean? I was on my way home. I had about 77 more days to go home. And I used to exercise. I used to do a lot of that pull-up bar, calisthenics. I used to eat a lot of tuna fish and all that old type of shit back then. And I used to exercise so much. I had a little team of niggas out of DC that I used to work with. You know what I mean? Exercising every day. These niggas send one of their little dozer niggas at me to try to up my number. Start a fight with me, blah, blah, blah. You know how that shit go there. And then next thing you know, you're doing an extra 3-4 years for some fuckboy shit. But
yeah, you got mental warfare though. So
when he ran up on me, the little homie from Buffalo was walking down the compound towards me. I was going to the gym to exercise. I'm short now. It's time to get in the gym 3-4 times a day now to get that thing right. So
that's a fact.
He see the nigga running up behind me, but he don't know what the guy running up behind me for. He just notified me that, yo, somebody running up behind you. You feel me? So when I turn around, I just see the young boy swinging his arm. You know what I mean? Like he was trying to catch me, you know what I mean, from behind and rock me type shit. So I sweeped him up. I picked the nigga up like that. You feel me? And I slammed him directly on his head. Do not pass go, motherfucker. You will not get up to do it again. So I slammed him on his head. Now, mind you, at this time, I'm benching 400 and something pounds with my feet in the air. So I'm diesel. Okay. They was calling me bedrock. I was big as fuck, son. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Boom. So I smashed him. More DC niggas start coming at me because I done smashed the first nigga. You know what I mean? Okay. So now we beefing on the compound. My little homie give me a banger. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna put homie name out there because it'll fuck him up. You feel me? Like, it's fucked up though. You feel me? It hurt. But
you got you know, you ain't gotta say his name, but just keep it real with the story. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. No, I'm gonna do that all the way. But the little homie gave me a banger and we went back to back and we was fighting DC niggas. We was choking niggas with Walkman cords. What really saved our lives is the niggas was on the compound with the shovels, my nigga. And I had caught wind of one of them out the corner of my eye with the shovel, and I ran over there and pushed the nigga and took the shovel. And I went to motherfucking work from there because my life depended on it. You feel me?
It was great, nigga.
So I walked out of there unscared. I had a cut on my arm here. I had a cut right here. Well, I ain't gonna pull my shirt, but I got a cut here. I got a cut across my back and all that shit too from that war. You feel me?
Okay.
So the little homie that fought with me, after the fight is over and shit, they put us in the same cell together. So we building. It's my time to go home now. You feel me? So I go ahead and bounce. They transferred the little homie to McKean in Bradford, PA. They transferred the little homie to McKean. Okay? So mind you, I come home. I fuck around and fuck up again. Gotta go back. This time they sent me back to McKean. Now listen. When I go back to the jail for the new charges with the possession of the hydrocodone with the pills and shit. Because I stopped fucking with the guns after that. You feel me? Okay. So when they shoot me to McKean, I'm excited. Because I know my little homie in this joint. You feel me? So I go down like, yo, we're little, yeah. Damn, I was about to say the nigga name. I was about to say, yo, where the little homie at? You know what I mean? They're like, who you talking about? I'm like, they're like, yo, that nigga a fat. I'm like, no, that nigga ain't, man. That nigga went hard with me, son. That nigga bang you up and all. They're like, nah, nigga. That nigga was drinking on that hooch, and that big nigga right there. It said the big nigga right there. Fuck the nigga. He came out with passion marks and shit all on his neck and shit, and it fucked me up. You feel me? So when I see, so listen though, son. I'm going to the yard one day.
Wait. Hold on. I think your joint freezing up because I got you froze on my end. Am I froze on yours?
Nah, you're not froze on mine. I'm not froze on mine either.
Okay, hold on real quick. Let me see something.
Nah, you ain't froze on my shit either, son.
All right. Go ahead. Finish telling the story.
So I'm going to the yard one motherfucking day after my mans and them tell me like, yo, Lil, man, fuck that. The nigga named John Peterson out of Buffalo. Little short, light-skinned nigga. Gay as a motherfucker, man. Let niggas fuck him in jail. You know what I mean? I ain't fuck it. It is what it is. But the nigga go hard, though. The nigga shoot his banger and all that, son. You feel me? So make a long story short. What you thought? This shit is this real shit, right?
That's real shit. It's real shit.
Okay, well, it's real shit then. You know what I mean? But, the little homie, he'll bang you out and all that. So when I go back to McKean on my new charges, I'm excited. I'm like, yo, where my man John at? Blah, 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 blah. That nigga, you know what I mean? Make sure the nigga good or whatever. They like, yo, nah, that nigga John, he come down puffing stuff. I'm like, what you mean? They're like, yo, the nigga fuck with gumps and faggots and something. Like, nah, not that nigga. That nigga cut you and everything. They're like, yo, son, that nigga, when he left the jail with you, the nigga came to McKean, that nigga was getting drunk with the big cocky niggas, and then the nigga came out the cell one night with passion marks and all that shit there, and the nigga changed up. So check it, though. I ain't believe these niggas. I'm going to the motherfucking wreck one day. You know what I mean? Because, McKean, anybody that been there, they know, you know what I mean, how the plantation is set up. You got to go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm going to the wreck one day, so I see a whole bunch of motherfucking Shebola type niggas, you know what I mean? They always got a crew of the little fagolicious type niggas all around, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, the bunch of hated ass niggas, you know what I mean? So I'm walking and I see, you know what I mean, out the corner of my eye, I'm like, nah, this ain't my man. Nah, this ain't dog, you know what I mean? I'm walking stuff, cowpunk, I'm a little diddy bop on, and I'm getting closer and closer, and I'm looking. I say, yo, John, just on some tripped out shit like, yo, I gotta be sure. You feel me? I'm like, yo, John. Nigga was like, yo. You know what I mean? I'm like, what up, son? He was like, shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, this Chub, son, this Chub. He was like, oh, shit, you back, son. And when the nigga came up to me, son, the motherfucker whole demeanor, everything looked different. Nigga was getting his eyebrows done and shit. You know what I mean? Wearing no mustache. Nigga, whole shit was changed. Nigga even had, I mean, I don't know what he had under his jacket, but I know your shit wasn't big enough for you to have like no titty look. You know what I mean? So I don't really know. I just know that, going through there, man, it's an experience, man. You know what I mean? That it's like, You know, that's why I tell people, man, support your family while they in there, man, because the nigga get lost in there, bro. They get lost. You feel me? They get lost in there, man. Niggas start liking men. You know what I mean? Niggas looking at other niggas' private parts and shit, man, fantasizing and shit like that. You know what I mean? Niggas do that shit. And there's a lot of people that do that shit. Like, what I don't like about the system, the separation that it brings amongst Buffalo people. That's what I don't like about it. Like, for instance, you know, when I come to the system, it's niggas from Buffalo, and I know you from Buffalo. I grew up with your mother.
Hold on, real quick. 1 second. Hold on.